Yeah, I don't know why they just started him off at like 2 bars of health. That's not that hard.
Are you really think you're gonna take him with full health?
Yeah, you just jump and hit him in the head. See?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
And well, now he's hitting me. Hold on, let me.
Is that Luigi?
Yeah.
Why is there Luigi in a Legend of Zelda level? The glitch just makes Luigi run in like the top like he's running to a warp level?
Oh dear God. That fucking
What kind of
stinks.
glitch is that?
I don't know. Oh, but see, he told you.
Oh.
It's easy.
Do you hear that?
Oh, God damn it. We need to get a kennel for that cat, I swear.
Yeah, that'll stop the Mystic Mirror from making images appear.
Oh, well. Thanks this time for just showing us the flat-out picture instead of, being all cryptic with people and shit.
Sure.
But fuck you for making it Paranormal Activity 6.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well have told us to just both eat giant bowls of X-Lax and let you know what it was like to spend 6 hours on the toilet.
Well, fuck you too.
These 6 hours?
No. Sure makes it feel like that, though.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go see it for 6 hours. I would take whatever wrath you have for me.
Really?
Really? You end up like that?
Nope. Too late. He already said it.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's get this over with.
Have fun.
We need to get rid of the mirror or get rid of the cat. This is becoming... This is fucking ridiculous.
Look, there's no way either of those things is happening. One, the cat, he used to be our best friend.
This is
Sure, he may poop in your shoes now, but he's still the same old guy.
He did that when he was alive anyway.
That's true. Two, have you even seen Oculus?
The movie with the hot redhead?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a sad ending.
Right? Think about that. What's going to happen if this... Probably just going to show right back up on the wall.
Or all the hot redheads are gonna die.
And is that a risk you want to take?
No.
I am not prepared to do that.
No, I don't.
I will take that sacrifice.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So this time it wants us to talk about the ghost dimension.
I remember that time I went there. Good times.
Yeah. The 6th installment of the Paranormal franchise.
Oh,
And-
whoa! We gotta talk about that crappy movie.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said Paranormal Activity, the ghost dimension. I didn't mean to confuse you.
Yeah, that's really sad.
So was that movie.
Not in a good way.
No. The first 3 were good. Shit after that. This one, the shittiest. I didn't believe the reviews when I saw it was worse than the March ones. I was like, there's no possible way it could be worse than that. But son of a bitch, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it. Good job.
It's really sad though, because I mean, the franchise as a whole started out very strong.
It did.
You know, a solid horror movie done on a really tight budget, and blew audiences away. But
the first one was done on a budget of about $15,000, I think, and grossed over $200 million.
Yep,
it's a pretty good return.
Right. I mean, and it didn't even by taking the found footage style to it, you're able to eliminate a lot of the cost. But with a solid script and some really decent scares, just an overall creepy atmosphere that just progressively got getting creepier towards the end.
Yeah, it was probably the first legitimate scary movie in a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, it sparked a whole new trend in horror.
It's true.
I mean, coming out of the slasher and torture porn of the 2000s.
Yep.
You've got these new films,
which are still good. I mean,
Yeah.
I still love a good torture porn. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, you've still got some guys making them, like Eli Roth.
Oh yeah, and you always will.
Yeah, but you have these new ones like Insidious, Sinister. All done by the same production companies, the Blumhouse.
Yeah.
And
which makes sense.
They're running into this new direction with horror, which is a rekindling of a lot of old classic horror stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like possession, but not like Exorcist style possession, where
Right.
it's more of a, the entities that are trying to possess are able to still wreak havoc before they have their vessel.
Right, like just generalized, haunted houses, hauntings, cursed objects, cursed people, marked ones.
God. Oh, Conjuring too. That was I don't know if it was the same people, but still, possession. But still,
in the same arena.
Yep.
Which we'll also have to mention Annabelle in that, but
yeah, I had high hopes for that. But
really.
I don't know. I really like Ed and Lorraine Warren, so like anything about them, and I'll go see it.
Yeah, well, they're actually from my hometown.
Is that true?
Yep, Naugatuck, Connecticut.
Yeah. I'm sure you've told me that before, but
yep, I've actually seen them speak at my library.
Yeah, that shows how much I listen to you.
Yep, just right through.
Like a wind tunnel. Well, you know what they say. All good things must come to an end. And Paranormal is no exception to that rule.
Oh boy, what end did they come to?
No. They, most horror movies suffer from sequelitis, but most of them have a gradual decline, whereas Paranormal just got from 1, 2, 3 were good, and then straight off the cliff.
Oh yeah, Wile E. Coyote style.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd dare say, that number 6, Ghost Dimension, is that big rock that falls out of him before he goes splat.
Mm-hmm. God, that movie was absolutely horrible.
I mean, most of them, any horror movie, usually you can have an enjoyable first 30 minutes to it before things start going off the rails. But, I mean, the opening to this was just abysmal.
No, like, you felt like you were grinding through the entire movie.
Right. When I grind, I usually want some goddamn loot.
Yeah, I want to level up at least.
No. None of that's happening here.
Mm-mm. But I mean, they keep every year they keep cranking a new one out.
Right, and why wouldn't they? With how cheap it is for them to make them versus how much money they're getting.
Yeah, I mean, roughly they're making minimum 500% of what they spend. When the first movie started, we're making way more than that. But even now, you can look it up throughout the entire 6 movies. They're still making at least 500%.
Right. And, since they spawned this new genre.
Yeah, and they hooked you with the first movie.
Right.
And if the first one didn't hook you, then the second or third one definitely did.
Right. And, it spawned an entire genre of movies like them. Mm-hmm. And as long as, each one keeps producing a new sequel that's also making money, there's no excuse for them to not make more sequels, no matter how critically or fan-panned they are, because people are still going to see them.
Yep. I mean, they may not go see them in the theaters, but I mean, most people, if they're iffy about it, they'll wait till it hits Redbox, they'll wait till it hits Netflix, Hulu, the interwebs, obtaining it other ways.
Unobtainium? What?
Yeah. Obtain it other ways. I mean, they're going to see it just because you want to know more. I mean, most of these movies leave you with a lot of questions. Paranormal is probably one of the worst ones for it. They leave you with... This last one left me with more questions than answers.
Right.
Every time you see a new one, you think that you're going to learn more about Toby or learn more about how this witch coven started, and you really don't. It's just
you got
frustrating.
In this film, you've got 2 big chunks of given information, and they're just given to you in chunks.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. No further explanation, no further looking into it, just chunk A, chunk B, and then done.
Yeah, I mean, at least the other 2 series that have a very similar theme, Insidious and Sinister, at least as the movies progress, with the exception of Insidious 3, they give you a little more of the backstory, a little more of the lore.
Right.
Keep you interested.
And Insidious 3 did give you more of the backstory of characters who were central to the trilogies.
Mm-hmm.
The new enemy that they fought had no story whatsoever.
Nope.
So it's this lack of information that keeps people coming back.
Right, because you're hoping that they're going to give you more.
Right. And, but I mean, I think besides lack of information, there's one central theme that tie these 3 new franchises that, are hugely successful for Blumhouse Productions together. And, Paranormal Activity is definitely the leader in that.
Not only because they were the first ones to do it, but because they're probably the most. That theme is most prominent.
Exactly. And that theme is children. Evil, evil children.
I'd say they're more naive than evil.
You dealt with children before?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're evil.
Straight up evil.
Yeah, I was evil.
I mean, how else are you going to get a little Mephistopheles or Beelzebub into your house? Children. They bring them in just like the stray puppies.
For all we know, the demons could be portraying themselves as stray puppies.
Possessing stray puppies. Demonic possessed puppy.
Yeah. Demons are a crafty bunch.
Yeah, that's a great idea for a movie. Hollywood, that's mine. Just like, you can't bring yourself to kill your kid. How are you going to bring yourself to kill that little puppy?
That's true. But, I mean, it's a common theme with all of them. They do it in different ways. So, I mean, Paranormal was the most blatantly obvious with
Right.
it. But, I mean, Sinister was a little more... the entity wasn't as prominent, whereas Boogle just had the child do his bidding.
Right. They weren't possessed so much as, led to
Right.
to do the evil.
Right. Which the second Sinister movie did a pretty good job of explaining how they broke down the kid.
Mm-hmm.
First movie, you had no idea. Second one, you're like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And Insidious, I mean, the child, was left their body through the dreaming and, was an empty vessel that was attracting all these evil spirits.
Right. He's basically stink bait.
Right. And children are stinky.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, the Paranormal, the first one, there weren't actually any kids in the first movie, but it was mentioned about halfway through about the picture that they found in the attic, and it was when the girl was a child. And then obviously the third movie brought that full circle.
Yeah, dealt with that. Second movie was all about stealing the child.
Mm-hmm.
That you find out was her whole goal in the first place. This, the demons.
Yep.
And then, as you go on, with the marked ones and with number 4 and number 6, you see that it's all about the children.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is dedicated to what these children are going to unleash. And, I think what made number 6 so terrible is that we all know where this is heading. And then for the first 30, maybe even 45 minutes, you get a grinding, grueling, slow pan into the supernatural hijinks.
Mm-hmm.
And then just blatant denial from the people.
Oh, yeah. I think it was the father's brother.
Mustache guy.
Yeah. He was just in complete denial about all this stuff happening. Like, they're watching... This isn't a spoiler because you saw this in the trailers. But when they're watching the videos they found, and Katie and Chrissy are making connections of what's going on currently in their house and stuff, and, the father's actually freaking out, or maybe it's the uncle, one or the other. One was freaking out, and the other one is just joking about it. Like, I don't care how much you don't believe in that shit. Nobody in their right mind, you can't deny that. But he did it.
God, did he do it. And not even cleverly either. It was just blatant denial. And, it's... When you're that far into the series and you know what to expect, it gets to be watching the same original 30 minutes of a film over and over again. Seeing these people deny every single time.
Yeah.
And,
where instead they could... give us what we actually fucking want and give us a little bit more of the lore.
Right. And, again, in this movie, what was terrible, and, seems to be thematic of sequels, is they don't give you more of the lore, but they give it to you in a big chunk. They don't have it play out over the course of a movie. Mm-hmm. They just, oh, look I did research, bang!
Oh, yeah, like, the one part, like, he goes and pulls up research on whatever the name of the witch coven is.
Yeah.
And, like, goes from knowing nothing about it to knowing everything about it. Like, it was clearly a very small group of people. You can't Google that shit. You can't. Google doesn't know.
I don't know. Maybe they have a Google page.
A wiki?
No, not a wiki. I'm saying they have like a wow, what's the like?
A Google Drive?
No, well, I'm sure they have a Google Drive to put their spells and stuff on. But I mean, like they're in your circle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Google, I think it's called OnePlus or something.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have one of those.
Yeah.
So they put their coven in the circle. Easy contacts, share Google Drive documents, spells.
Yeah. I'm sure, but I mean,
they seem hip.
Yeah, but I mean, you think with this one common theme that they would have figured out how to solve it by now.
Yeah, to solve the problems, especially after you're 6 fucking movies in. But I have my own way of solving the problems of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
You have these evil children, surefire way to get rid of them.
And what's that?
Hello, Sadie? You awake in here? Oh, good. I wanted to talk to you. Your mom, she showed me those drawings that you made at school today. It's pretty funny. You had your dear old dad there, dead, eaten by a bunch of crocodiles, and all these little pictures around the outside. A little concerned about those, teaching at Sunday school. The kind of thing you want to be seeing. What are those? Like demonic sigils? You trafficking with demons in here? When you're walking up and down the hall in the middle of the night, saying all kinds of creepy things? No? Okay, not demons. What about, the fairies, fae folk? Oh, okay, yeah, that's good, You sold out your dear old dad and your mom to, little people. They got the wings and they fly and the stuff. Okay, that's great. Oh, good. They're your friends. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah. So, I'm thinking, how long before they're gonna kill us? 1, maybe 2 nights? You don't know? Okay, it's okay. You don't got it. I'm gonna handle this situation. I got some things in the works. I'm gonna go out and make my own deal. See how much I can get because who are they gonna take? It's a little girl who doesn't know how many legs to draw on a dog, doesn't know how to say the word Paschetti right. No. They're not going to want the adult with the bank account, feet can reach the pedals on the car, nothing. No. Yeah. I'm going to make my own deal. Call up Mr. Beelzebub, this big guy, Satan himself. Yeah. Fetch a fair price for myself. Fair price. I'm going to make a deal. I never had any fucking kids.
I suppose that is one way to get rid of the problem child.
One way, it's the only way. 100% of the time, it works all the time.
Yeah, but if the second they did that, though, there'd be no more movies.
Right.
And there goes their money.
And there goes everything. Yeah, I suppose that's really the truth about Paranormal Activity 6, The Ghost Dimension.
It is a steaming pile of shit.
But, as long as they keep making them, and they will because there's profit in it, we're going to keep watching them.
That's right. That's why we need all of your viewers right now. That's right, all 12 of you, to boycott this. And then next year, there'll be 12 more. And it just keeps growing from there.
And then, in 20 or 30 years, when there's enough of us that we're not watching them anymore, they'll have stopped caring and not be making them anymore anyway. They'll have moved on to the next franchise.
And that's a win in our book.